Boogie at the 40-40 Club last night. That used to be Max and Stephen A's spot back in the day. Also, 24 rebounds, 10 assists for the impressive triple-double. The Pelicans win, but Max, should they be better than 6th in the Western Conference right now?
Yes, because if you have two transcendent talents, especially Anthony Davis, but also Boogie Cousins, who's a great player and offensively. And I mentioned when that deal first went down, I think they actually run the offense through Boogie Cousins. He's actually the better passer of the two, a great passer, not the most athletic big in the world, but a great passer, a great scorer, the whole thing. The problem is this, Stephen A. Basically what you're seeing is like an experiment. What would the 1986 Rockets do in today's NBA? You know, it's not that kind of league anymore. So when you have two guys like they have, two bigs who can play on that level, you really need to surround them with shooters everywhere you look. You need one person who can, dribble, penetrate, and everyone else needs to be able to shoot. And that's not the team they have right now. That's really the issue with the Pelicans. They are kind of a 1986 Twin Towers team transposed to 2018, and it's just not the most efficient way to play. Now, they have so much talent that they could turn one of those guys. You'd think that Anthony Davis is the keeper, but you could turn one of those guys into other pieces that would complement the other piece maybe better than they complement each other. For example, we were talking about the Cavs earlier. Well, what could you couldn't really get Anthony Davis for Kevin Love, and you shouldn't be able to, but Kevin Love, the Brooklyn pick, one or two other pieces, whatever they have, flotsam and jetsam. The fact of the matter is a team with like Boogie Cousins, Kevin Love, and a lot of complementary parts would be really interesting to watch and would complement each other very well. This team, where all their resources are concentrated in the Twin Towers and they really don't have anything else, is not perfectly constructed. That said, as good as those two guys are, sure, they should have a little better record than they do.
They should have a better record, and that forces us to look at Alvin Gentry, who some have questioned whether or not he'll be able to keep this job past the season. I know that Alvin Gentry knows the game of basketball. I know that he was a big-time assistant coach under Steve Kerr in Golden State when they won their first title. I know that Alvin Gentry is respected for his basketball acumen throughout the league. But coaching in the NBA can get very tricky because it's not just about what you know as it pertains to the X's and O's. It's how you can galvanize the troops and get players to max out in terms of the potential that they may have available to them. You cannot be a coach that has DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis on the same team and you're struggling to stay above 500. It just can't happen. So the jury is still out. Gentry still has time. There's still this season to go. If the players were to begin the day, they'd be in it. We get all of that. But more is expected, particularly when you have candidates vying for a job of like that. Think about it, Max. If we're sitting here saying that Milwaukee's a big-time job with the Greek Freak, what would people be saying about the New Orleans job? Because I got news for you. Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins could ball. Drew Holiday's no scrub. He is no scrub.
You could argue Anthony Davis is, in fact, the second-best player in basketball.
You can argue that. So when you look at it from that perspective, Alvin Gentry's got something to prove. But I would also say DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis as well. Because Anthony Davis, we're looking at you. This man's a superstar. But we saw him go back-to-back with 40-plus games on the road and then went to Atlanta and dropped 8. That can't happen. You understand? On a night-in, night-out basis, it's just one game. It's just one night. It's no big deal. But you have to look at it from that standpoint that you're holding the franchise in the palm of your hands and people are looking for more from you.
Or look at the numbers on the screen right now. 78 points, 33 boards, 15 assists, 6 steals between two guys. Why is it taking you 2 overtimes to beat the Bulls?
That's right.
With those stat
by the way, this kid Markkanen, this rookie, oh, Lord, the boy's special. Boy special.
I told you the Knicks should have drafted him and put him with Porzingis.
Let me tell you something right now. Markkanen can play. Hey,
he's got real height.
Hey.
Yeah.
I like that kid.
Yep.
He can play. And listen, when you're a rookie, you're a rookie. You're a rookie in the NBA. You understand what I'm saying? White dude that can shoot, okay? A rookie. And they're looking at you. Here you go. Here's the ball. You know, and they should, because this brother is special, okay? I like Markkanen a lot. Another reason why we don't get to look at Lonzo Ball anymore. We got to look at Markelle Fultz, too. We got to look at him, too.
The point is, when you see a stat line like that, then the question is, well, is Boogie Cousins a ball hawk? Boogie Cousins is a great passer. He's a great passing big. And Anthony Davis came up as a point guard before he grew. So that's not the issue. The issue is they don't have enough talent around them. They don't have the right pieces around them.
Yeah, Davis and Cousins rank 4th and 6th in scoring right now and are the only teammates averaging over 25 points per game. Guys, we will leave it there.